So guys, basically everybody's always asking me to do a tour of the reptile rooms. Well, here it is basically. So let me get the step ladder out of the way here. Basically, you guys could see that the room isn't very big. It's a little cramped in there because we're just starting to expand really. We've only been at this for about 2 years. Here's our ARS rack. It holds 36 bins. I believe that when you buy this rack, it comes with 30 and we got 2 extra levels of 3 tubs added to the top. So I definitely need that step ladder, being only 5'8". On the ground there, a little watering can. It's not supposed to be there. It should be put away. And some leopard geckos because we don't have a lot of space right now. So this is how we set up our adult ball pythons. You can see the really cool thing about the ARS bins here is that they have that cup that holds the water bowl so that the snake can't spill the water. Now I'm going to tell you guys right away what this white substrate is because you guys always ask. This is Diamond Dry. Basically it's kind of similar to cardboard. Um, what's real neat about it is that there's like no dust in it at all. It holds humidity really well and very easy to spot clean because it's white. So whenever it's soiled, you're going to be able to see which pieces of the Diamond Dry you need to switch out, which is real awesome. The problem with it though is that if you're not spot cleaning too often, it tends to mold over. If like let's say you leave crap in there for like a week or something like that. So you have to be on top of your game when it comes to spot cleaning. Um, the other thing is that it's quite pricey. Here, what you guys just saw, I believe, was a pastel hypo right in the midst of a shed. Here's our Enchi hypo male spooning with our butter hypo female. Hopefully something comes of that. And here is our black pastel hypo female, and we think she's actually gravid and that she's going to drop a clutch pretty soon. Both her and the butter hypo are like right on the cusp of 1600 grams, so we're hoping we get some eggs from them, but if we don't, not a big deal. This is a real cool snake. Well, there I go shutting the bin. That was a lesser het red exanthic, real cool. This is our vision rack. This rack is great for people that don't have the money to put into an ARS rack. Obviously the ARS rack here, you could look up ARS, their site. They don't give away the racks for sure, but at the same time, the rack is awesome. You see here I'm having a little bit of difficulty pushing that bin back in. Well, of course, with the ARS rack, you have the slider, so the bin goes in really easy. And that was a super pastel yellow belly. Here we have a humidifier. This is only really used in the winter. We live in Canada, Quebec, or Quebec, Canada, I should say, and it gets really dry in the winter. So we definitely need that humidifier, or else our ball pythons don't shed very well. Here's our vision rack. This is for hatchlings all the way up to 700 gram snakes. Except for these 2 bins at the top here, they hold our 2 carpet pythons, a granite jag and a regular granite. And here are some of the hatchling bins. This right here is a pastel ivory. She's going into shed, but normally that yellow on her back shows a lot more. This is a pastel champagne female. She's really nice, but also really mean. And you guys can see our hatchling setups are basically the same thing, same substrate. You have a little porcelain water bowl. This is a snake you don't see too often. This is a genetic stripe yellow belly. So we have a lot of yellow belly stuff because we're getting into yellow bellies right now because it's a really hot gene, especially with the super stripe, the what else is there? The puma. Sorry guys, I'm kind of having a brain fart because I'm just pulling out so many snakes here. What I do basically is I narrate over the videos now, just so that I don't get any background noise in the video. But that was a couple of chocolate things, and here is the Spark. He's in shed though. A Spark basically is a puma maker. He's in shed right now. And I believe the super stripe I'm about to show you guys, he just finished his shed, so he's looking good. There's the shed. Those 2 are both males. I don't know if I mentioned that. And now we have some geckos here. This is a knobtail here. This is a male. Is this the male? No, this is the female here. So she's given us a couple babies over the last year. Really like knobtails. Here is a whiteout patternless African fat tail male, and he looks really cool. He's been growing really slow. Actually, all our fat tails have been growing pretty slow, especially in comparison to our leopard geckos. Right here is a total eclipse that we just bought off someone. And here's the next room. This room is the crested geckos, colubrids, and chameleon room. So you guys could see we keep the crested geckos in exoterras. Um, you know, I think it would be easier to keep them in plastic containers instead of exoterras, but you know, we get a real good deal on those exoterras. So you could see this little like rack or bins all on top of each other. Those are our colubrids, and then these are the chameleon cages. So I'll get start by showing you guys some gargoyle geckos. You see the rapashis there. Some crickets have decided to suicide in the rapashi. That's the gargoyle geckos, or at least one of them. Then up here we have the babies. These are some baby crested geckos right here. And obviously, with the heat that the chameleon's lights give off, we have a great temperature in the room. We don't need to heat the colubrids or the crested geckos. That's a rhino rat snake. That's a male. He's getting quite nice. He has some green coming out on him, but the female has just so much more green. And the female always wants to eat. You can see she's really starting to turn green, and she's way bigger than the male. So she's really cool. She's already eating adult mice, actually. One of my favorite snakes that we've got, actually. I say actually a lot. Oh well, who cares? These guys, I'm not even gonna say their name because I butcher it every time I say it. But anyways, here we have some baby panther chameleons. Our baby veileds have all pretty much grown up. That I put up a video of a while ago. But we did get some baby panther chameleons, and that right there is a female. And yeah, they're so good at hiding when they're little. There's about 10 in here, but I can only find that one that I just showed you. Oh, and they got a Miss King setup on them because they need to be sprayed quite often when they're young. And this is their mother, nice little female panther chameleon. She's one of my favorite lizards we have. She's not very mean or aggressive at all. The male's a little bit more touchy, the male right here at the bottom. And you guys could see, I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos, but he has always had like this kind of scab on his back thigh there. And every time he sheds, I help him remove it, but it always comes back. Here we have a nice albino Honduran milk snake. We have a pair of these. This is the male. He's a lot better looking than the female. And here is a female Californian king. She's eating like crazy right now, so hopefully we're going to breed her soon. Here we have an antheristic corn. Of course, I didn't show you guys like all the stuff we have. I just showed you guys the stuff that would be easy for me to pull out. That's a amber blood red corn snake, I believe. And then this here, this is the albino house snake. She was hiding, unfortunately, and I didn't really feel like bothering her too much. And now, remember those baby chameleons we had a little while back? I'm sure you guys do. We had basically the transbald, I believe they're called. They're either called transbald or translucent. People tend to like call them by either or name. But here's one of those babies we had, and you guys could see that veiled chameleons, or I guess all chameleons in general, but veileds especially, they grow like weeds, man, especially in the first 6 months. This guy is about 4 months, I'd say. And right now he's making himself look real skinny. He's flattening his body because he hates me for whatever reason. But in a second here, you're about to see just how cool he looks. Right now I'm basically trying to, you know, get him on the camera so you could see his patterning. His patterning is just incredible. I mean, the transbald chameleons, it's not only like those white blotches on them, but look at that pattern. There's a lot more orange in there, and wow, he just looks sick. Anyways, guys, that's the basic reptile room tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and all that good stuff. Alright guys, take care. See you later.